Another Brick fan with a Harry Potter set. This is Forbidden Forest, Magical Creatures. This is set 76432. It was released in March 2024. It has 172 pieces, 2 minifigures, several creatures, and it cost about $30 when it was released. This is one of 8 Harry Potter sets that have been released here in March 2024. And this is the 3rd version of the Forbidden Forest that we've seen. The original, which came out with the first wave of Harry Potter sets, was set number 4865. There's a picture here on the screen. As you can see, it's based on the Deathly Hallows. So this is the encounter between Harry and Voldemort in the Forbidden Forest. About 3 years ago, they came out with a set with the encounter between Harry, Hermione, and Dolores Umbridge in the Forbidden Forest, and the Centaurs, and of course, Grawp. So there's a brick-built Grawp, some Centaurs, which people were very excited to get Centaurs, and of course, Umbridge, Hermione, and Harry. So that was a really nice set as well. What stands out to me about this new set is all of the newer colors. So you see the lots of dark blues here, the purples, these newer trans pieces with like flakes in them. And of course, several glow-in-the-dark elements. You can kind of see those here around the little forest. We'll take a close look at Ron and Hermione in a minute here. Let's get them out of the way. First, let's take a look at the creatures. This, of course, is Buckbeak. This looks very similar to the one that we got in Buckbeak's Escape. The head is movable. So nice to get a movable head for Buckbeak. And then the wings are in this nice silver color, kind of a shiny, almost metallic silver color. So that is nice to get Buckbeak like that. There's this baby Thestral, which I think we first saw Thestrals in a carriage set a few years back. We had full size and a smaller one. This, of course, is a baby or child Thestral pony, if you will. So that's a nice one as well. We have a couple smaller figures. So here is a Cornish Pixie. This is the Cornish Pixie. We saw these in earlier sets as well, but it's a version here with these translucent, the dark translucent blue or and then some eyes, the double wings, I think on the back is kind of nice. Then there's a bat here, just your standard bat that we've seen for a long time in Lego. A lot of Halloween-based sets, and of course it fits right into the Harry Potter universe. And finally, we have this spider. Not only is the spider web in this nice pale blue color, but we get a spider mold here in the glow-in-the-dark material. So this is a nice glow-in-the-dark spider. Hard to show here on camera, or you can put a black light on this and it will actually luminesce very nicely as well. So lots of little creatures that come with this set. It is all on little swivels, so you can reposition or reimagine how you want this forest scene to look. But I wanted to point out these mushrooms. So there are 4 of these caps or small satellite dishes that are all glow in the dark. So there's 4 of those. There's a turkey leg here for Buckbeak to feed him. Then more of these little rounded stud or rounded plates here that are in that translucent color, but they have the little flecks in them. It's again a lot of this light blue. So here's a spider web in light blue. The trees are fairly nicely done here with the rounded pieces here, and then like an elephant trunk here, and different pieces to make up the branches, and the leaves done in this dark blue with the purple and green leaves, which are kind of well done. I think the color combinations go together and certainly are not natural colors you would see in a forest. So it really puts this as a different, magical place, if you will. Let's go ahead and take a quick look at the two minifigures. As I mentioned in the beginning, this set comes with two minifigures, although there's several creatures that we already took a look at. But here is Hermione Granger, once again in the first year. So she has this skirt. She actually has dual molded legs, which might be a little hard to see here, but there's a gray spot on her leg there. She's, of course, wearing her Hogwarts robes. And Ron here, with his signature red hair, once again the short legs. Hogwarts robes, although his are open and not closed. This lantern mold here was done, I believe, way back when the first, or the kind of second wave after the break for Harry Potter sets was done. This one's in that metallic gray color, which is nice. And then there's a glow-in-the-dark cylinder inside that. So a lot of glow-in-the-dark elements with this set. Moving around the figures, there's no side printing on either one. Maybe you can see that little gray there on Hermione's legs here. The backs, I believe, of both of these are the same, but you see Hermione with a little startled expression or scared expression, then Ron with his scared expression as well. So just the two minifigures, although we do get all of those creatures as we showed you when we were walking through the set. Let's go back and I'll give you my final thoughts on the set. Overall, there's quite a bit to like in this set. Of course, nice to get another Buckbeak. Thestrals are very nice. Those little Cornish pixies are good. We get Ron and Hermione a lot, but these are very good representations of Ron and Hermione. I like all the coloring, the dark blue coupled with the light blue, and then the purple and green. So lots of really fun colors with this set. Nice to get a lot of these rounded tiles that have that luminescent effect. They have little sparkles in them, if you will. Then a lot of glow-in-the-dark elements with the spider, the mushroom caps, and of course the lantern that Ron is carrying. At first glance, looking at this set at $30, seems pretty expensive for less than 200 pieces. So we're well over 15 cents a piece here. But you do get two minifigures, so that's $10 maybe, let's say. And then the bigger pieces with the Thestral and Buckbeak, of course, are big adds. And then all of the glow-in-the-dark elements, which you don't see very often in Lego set. It would be nice if they actually did more of those. Of course, Lego does fade pretty badly under UV, so I guess it makes sense that they don't do a lot of these. Still a little overpriced, I would say, but you do get some very nice parts and very colorful parts as well. So if you like having a lot of interesting parts and interesting colors, then this is a good set to buy to part out, perhaps. The overall effect for me is really good. I like how all of the different elements come together and make for a very mystical forest. You can think of all the kind of the glow-in-the-dark elements and the little rounded tiles with the sparkles in them. Those kind of add for a luminescence you might see in the forest, which kind of sets the mood really well for what we've seen in the movies and what has been described in the books. So overall, I'm very satisfied with this set. Would have liked to have seen it more at a $25 or even $20 price point, but Lego is expensive, and that's kind of what we have to deal with. So I hope you've enjoyed my thoughts on this set. I'm going to get started on my next video. Until then, happy building. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button. Be sure to subscribe to see more of my content. I've left a link to my other Harry Potter reviews up here on the screen.